Hello. Welcome to episode 26 of In the Last Remaining Light. We are chugging along inexorably towards our destination. I am your storyteller, Nathan, joined by Sai, playing Mary, the new member of the ministry, Katie, playing Iris, fledgling Toreador, and Tyr, being played by Jillian. Tonight, our coterie has perhaps a fleeting chance at a night of peace. They've got wheels. They're on their way back to a haven provided to them by Mary's sire, Bianca. Most of their direct associates are there waiting for them. Jorgen and Jackie, a human who's been swept up along with them. They could hide out. But there is something that they owe, if they think it prudent to pay. They seem to have come into possession of a small fortune that might not entirely be theirs. And the local Masquerade might have asked nicely for it to be returned. Maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't. And one of the last threads in Tyr's mortal life has shot up a warning flare. He was taken a few nights ago by the local monstrosity, Ursula. Really a cornerstone of Camarilla society, actual cornerstone sized.
I love local monstrosity. That's just our local monstrosity, just a huge wall-sized woman just sliding through the shadows.
You don't need to worry about her. She's just one of the locals.
It's just Ursula. Don't worry about it.
Barton was taken by her a few nights ago and has recently texted Tyr help at an address in downtown Seattle. And that's where we join our party. They can return to their haven. They've dealt with La Sombra for the time being. Rescued Iris' sire, Catherine. They're doing all right. Nobody's dead, except the people who should be dead.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think anybody's died that we're like, oh man, I don't think that's happened yet. Or I blocked it out.
Derek.
Well, Derek is Schrodinger's Derek. Is he alive? Is he dead?
And that wasn't like directly our fault. Well, your fault.
We didn't kill Derek. We tried to give him a chance at life.
Just didn't try very hard.
No, we tried minimally, but we tried.
Might have used him as a human shield at some portion. That also may have happened.
That part wasn't the one that may or may not have killed him.
But we got him food in the process.
It was
You did.
quid pro quo kind of thing. We give you a thing, you give us a thing. It worked out for us.
He needed direction and mentorship, and you needed a meat shield.
It was, and we came together for a good 5 seconds, and then we had to part.
It's really true that you only know how to be in the kind of relationship that you establish with your mother.
Yeah. I think Tyr waits a couple more lights and looks at the help message again. I'm going to text him back. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess we should know a little more.
Yeah. Just the letter Y and a question mark, and I send it, and then I'm going to give the phone to Iris so she can stare at it if she wants to. I'm
I'll
driving and
stare.
responsible. There we go. See if he replies.
Okay.
If not, that's not my fault. For casual drive. If you could text a whole address, he should be able to be like, you know,
He should be able to answer.
yeah, my opinion.
So what exactly are you texting? Just
The letter Y.
I text him the letter Y with a question mark. He says help, and I
Okay.
say Y.
oh,
A leading question. Oh, it's just me. Oh, everyone's back. Okay.
you get a response quickly.
He can text.
He's not that trapped.
He's flying.
You I got no place else and no one else. Please, dear.
I don't know how to fucking reply to that. I wish I had asked a different question. Or is he just
Ask him, like, what about his mom?
Yeah, is he just like sitting dejectedly at a bus stop? Like that's how it sounds. If he's just sitting at a bus stop and he wants to
Do
get
you want
into
me to text him that? Be like, are you just at a bus stop?
maybe ask him about his mom. Big mom. What do we say?
What about that big thing that was with you last time? Just in case he doesn't actually know what the heck is happening still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask him. You can ask him that. Yeah.
All right. We'll send him that.
And if he replies, then we can ask if he's like inside, outside. Does he even know what a camarilla is? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She's down here sometimes. She's got us underground beneath this address.
Oh God, there's more than one of him.
Shouldn't he be like enthralled by like, well, I don't know how they.
I don't know. I mean, I did not aggressively hate Jessica, but I was not enthralled by her.
Are they not being treated right?
Yeah, do they?
I don't know.
How many are there?
Should I like? Yeah, I guess we should ask how many we have to. Like, how many people are saving?
Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is picking you up?
That's a good idea.
I think it's a pretty straightforward question.
Yeah.
How hard do you think it is?
Iris starts texting that.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10.
This is great. We're learning so much.
He's so talkative.
Yeah, this is helpful.
We're in the underground.
Well, that's not a number.
Gross.
Some have tried to leave. It hurts.
Hurts to leave.
I don't know where I'd go if I did, though.
Why would it hurt to leave?
I don't know. Vampire shit doesn't make sense. God, he sounds so pathetic, right?
It doesn't sound like he's in extreme peril right this second.
Yeah. Like,
It sounds like he's just having a bad time.
I mean, It's relatable.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty relatable.
But it doesn't sound like he's gonna get killed or anything if we don't rush over.
I think doing it sooner is better than later, but
we can at least deal with the phone thing first.
oh yeah, let's see if we can stop a war. I don't exactly know what we're doing,
I think
but I'm
it's
fine
both.
giving them that phone.
It's possibly both.
Yeah.
I think the word you might be looking for is win a war.
Win the war before it's technically begun.
Yeah. It's early win. Technically, we're already at war. Okay, so let's still go to the lounge, get the phone, see if Jorgen can put a back door in it or something to if the Lasombra fuck up, we drain the account. I don't know if Jorgen could do that, but that would be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, maybe some of the others at this lounge know more about this underground.
Yeah, and if they're like, ooh, that's a terrible idea, we'd be like, you know better than me.
Great, what do we need to take down there for it to be less terrible?
Just reply K.
Just the letter K, got it.
Letter K. Okay.
Period.
I was about to
no
ask,
period.
do you just ghost him? Or, okay.
We should ghost him, but just...
It'll be a lowercase K.
Yeah,
Specifically.
not aggressive. God, I feel honestly kind of fucking bad for him.
Yeah, but
Gross.
he also almost got us murdered.
He did. Go to the lounge. I don't know. Fucking Martin. I never wanted to think this hard about him, ever. And here I am.
Dang.
Ponder him. Gotta ponder this guy.
We have to save him either way to get the car, so...
That's true. He still technically would have some of his connections. Maybe not to Jacobson people, but...
Well, that's okay. Those cars are bugged.
That's true. Those cars suck.
Did Martin say when Ursula went down to get them or see them?
Yeah,
Just that sometimes. Okay.
Yeah. What's the guard shift like on that?
So, just when does she normally come there, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, they probably lost track of time, but
yeah.
He has a phone.
It's true.
That's true.
Ooh.
How does he keep it charged?
Maybe they have computers down there. I don't know. Do they have plugs?
Malcolm had that fancy computery area.
We didn't even
Tech
go look
room.
at that. I'm sure that was a cool room. Sure, that was a pretty sweet room. Okay. God. We also still have to keep in account this could very easily be a fucking trap. But he just sounds so fucking pathetic. But I can imagine him going so low, So I don't know. Angry driving.
And I'll just keep staring at the phone, waiting for him to respond again with Ursula's schedule.
Yeah, we have to pick him up from daycare. We need to know, hey, when can we pick you up? What's the schedule like?
When's mom gone?
Yeah.
She brings a new one every other night or so. Usually.
So when was the last one?
There's so many.
Happening?
How many are down there?
That's a lot of people that are just disappearing. Okay, I'll send a message asking when was the last time she was there.
Yeah, because if she was there yesterday, we're gonna wait another day,
Mm-hmm.
She was not here last night.
So she might come today.
No, she may come the next day, right? She came
Like
down.
Well, if she wasn't here the previous night,
She
that
wasn't. No,
means
she wasn't there yesterday. She's gonna come tonight. You want-
most likely.
I
So we
misheard.
want to be there when she's not there. If you're gonna be there,
So we need to wait one more day.
however, just
Uh-huh.
okay.
Should
I'm just having some preliminary thoughts.
like what?
Are these Ursula is the basically the muscle of the Camarilla. They hold secrets. If someone, I mean, if tragically someone were to put out a hit on that we have the location.
Yeah.
Would that not cripple the Camarilla's military forces? And so when they present the offer to the prince, that'll make the prince more paranoid, or the prince will have no choice but to accept, because it's not like they could fight back.
You know, I feel like, Mary, that you have been doing this behind the scenes the whole time, just casually by yourself, and now being included feels really nice, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What a beautifully terrible idea that I'm a little into talking more about.
I think we need to find out some more things before we try something like that.
I mean,
if you also want to scope out the area, that might not be a bad idea, but it's kind of, well, we'll see. Might be too risky.
Because if we get there and if we give it away, I mean, everybody there is going to get murdered, is the assumption.
I mean, either way, either Martin escapes and he'll be without a mom, so he has no one to report to. Is that how that works? I'm assuming. Or he dies. So it's a good outcome. If we get them to put out a hit, if we put out a hit on Ursula and Ursula doesn't make it, I mean, I think that should be the first thing we should do. If Martin dies, it's also good because, well, someone did what we wanted to do. Well, what you wanted to do for us.
You know, it is what I wanted to do. But have you heard those fucking text messages? It would be like fighting a baby. There's no honor in beating the shit out of beating the shit out of him. Yeah. But
killing him, no.
I don't know if I can kill him, which is devastating, and it like hurts to physically say, but I don't think he deserves death.
The trouble is, if we are able to free these children, the clutch, Ursula's clutch. If they find, I mean, I feel like it's easy for them to just get refolded because they have a living sire, right? Like they're just gonna get mind controlled again by Ursula once they get found. So if we do that, we also have to somehow kill Ursula.
I mean, was he mind controlled by her, or was it just he saw me get ragdolled across a room and had nowhere else to go?
Well, that's true.
It was pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Two different kinds of mind control powers in this game.
Yeah.
It was intimidating. I'm sure it looked very scary from his point of view.
All right.
I think, Mary, I really like where you're going with this. This chaos is hitting me in the right spot. But I think maybe we should go down there first and see what we're dealing with. Maybe take Martin back, and then maybe, call in an airstrike. How big is the clutch is the thing.
Okay. I think, sure. I think we also need to get more information regardless.
God, like when he says down below, do you think like sewer down below or just like a basement? You know, I'm hoping.
I'm guessing this. My guess is sewers. If there's that many of them.
God, you're right. You're right.
Do
God,
you
Martin
think
sucks.
she's making these children because they're building an army? So this is like a Cold War.
Huh.
But
I mean,
if
why
they're
else would
all-
you?
if they're all as weak as Martin, is it really worth it?
I mean, you're right.
I mean, Martin's good at what he's good at.
Mhm.
Not throwing a punch, but let's deal with the fucking phone.
Yeah, let's go do that first.
Let's get this phone dealt with, and see what we can do there. And then, you know, maybe we
Did
go
we
check
get
out.
any of their numbers? Oh yeah, we did. We did.
You got a
We did
number.
because we were gonna text them, or someone was gonna text us, because they're
Yeah, you
and we were
need
like,
some
yeah,
sort
we're
of
gonna give you the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to contact them. Okay. Starlight Lounge.
The F-350 looks very out of place here in Capitol Hill.
Hell yeah.
There is no room for this vehicle in many places. It would be hilarious to make you roll to parallel park this thing.
I was just thinking about it. I was just thinking about
But
it.
we're gonna. I am a merciful God.
I was like reaching towards dice, like, okay. Yes. I must
If
ruin this
anything-
car.
No, your car would be fine. It'd be the other cars that would get
Yeah,
smashed
I'm just gonna
up.
assume that you're a little bit parked on top of a Prius right now.
Yeah. The other cars are stuck. They're not going anywhere. And they gotta wait for me. Which is fine.
You are able to find a spot towards the end of the street. It's late at night. It's around midnight.
Okay. I guess talk to Jorgen, get the
Mhm.
phone, see if we can do anything about it. Contact the La Sombra.
If
Sounds-
Jorgen can't, we could just ask someone from the ministry if they know someone.
You know, also, there happens to be somebody we know who has intimate knowledge of Jacobson's accounts, and he's in the sewer currently.
That's true.
Yeah.
It came to me as a vision.
That is quite true.
That's very true. If Jorgen can't do anything about Martin owes us 1,000 boons. Just a thought. I'm trying to make him useful so I can justify doing this to go get him. But
All right. Well, let's go ask Jorgen first.
yeah, let's go check. with Jorgen and-
Were we given a name before that was a Ventru?
We were given Jackson. Jackson is somebody we can go talk to about the
Giving
the flash drive if things go wrong. Yeah,
Right.
that's a backup for the flash drive scenario.
Okay.
But we should probably figure out more about where he is before everything breaks,
Yeah.
so it's easier to find it.
We just drive around downtown and hope we run into
Just
yell up.
have one of those like airport signs, Jackson.
That's
Your
it?
flash
No?
drive's waiting.
That's a good idea.
You all head up 4 flights of stairs to Bianca's apartments in Capitol Hill. And, there you find Jorgen. He's kind of sitting at a desk that's part of his little section of the apartment inside the brick enclosure. And he's got 2 cell phones. One of them you recognize as the La Sombra cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
and another one which appears to be fresh. They're both connected by a USB cord.
Mm. You don't even have to
He
ask
stands
me.
up. He stands up.
Smart.
Hey, how's it go with the spooky guys?
I mean, better than expected. Nobody died, but they want their phone back.
Yeah.
Well, I was just making a backup.
Beat us to it, Jorgen.
If we give them their phone back and give them access to the account, is there some way that we can re-access that account, their money or whatever?
And we could probably break back in. They tried to change the password, but I could break back in. I think the problem is not breaking back in. Is that you can't just hide this amount of money. I don't know how. Can I break in? Yes. Can I move it someplace where it will be safe? I do not know how to do it.
Could you turn it into zero money and not put it anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we break in and we just want to get rid of it,
Yeah.
there we go.
Basically, it's just our little foothold with if the La Sombra betray us. They're trying to team up with us right now to, I don't know. Are they trying to get rid of the
I
prince?
think they're
don't
trying to
know.
be friendly.
Yeah.
They just want to be on the right side if we're the right side.
They think we're the right side currently, which, okay, man.
Okay. I can. Yeah. This is slow. It will be done probably before the sun comes up. Another hour or so.
Okay.
Okay. We could tell the La Sombra to come to the Starlight Lounge to pick it up. What do you think?
We did have that
with
idea.
Have to just-
We had that idea of saying that we found it here because Princess did come here that one time.
yeah.
Yeah.
We blamed it on Princess. So, as long as you tell them, Mary, if they ask, I think you can get away with the lie.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
Um,
You know what?
Hmm.
If they bother, I mean, I'm sure if they know that the cell phone's there, they'll be like, "Well, I don't really care
Yeah.
how they
Hopefully.
found whatever." But we could leave it with the bartender.
That's true. And
I'm
Jorgen,
sure
how long
she's a
did
very
you
good
say it would
liar.
take for us to be able to access the phone if we need to?
Once this is done, this backup will be able to get back in.
Okay.
Okay.
So do we tell them we'll meet them tomorrow night then?
It will need at least another hour, so they probably won't be able to make it tonight, unless the meeting is just an hour before dawn.
Okay. So we just message them tomorrow first thing.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Okay. Well, we should go either see Yuki or Bianca to
Mhm.
ask about what we know.
That's true.
The underground stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Jorgen, to keep you updated, Martin messaged us asking for help, and it seems he is in the sewers with a clutch of other little vampires or something. I don't know. I guess we're gonna go get him.
Did he give you a location?
Yeah. We can show him the address on the phone.
Okay. Do we know what that is?
He just called it the underground.
Yeah. Said it was the thing, basically the address above where he is.
Have you been reading about vampires? What have you been reading this whole time we were gone?
We got you so many spooky books.
Yeah.
Is this? He puts his hand over on the bed next to him, on what it looks like he was reading. It's kind of closed. This has to do with some of my old work. It's a very rare encyclopedia of entities that do not belong in this world.
So the humans say.
Agree to disagree.
Well, that sounds fun. You can tell us all about it next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back it up. That's awesome. That's really cool, Jorgen. That's great.
You can give us the cliff notes when we get back.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about Martin. It just grosses me out. Just thinking of just a bunch of slimy dudes in a pile.
Yeah, I really don't want to go down there.
I don't want to either, but God. He sounds so sad. I hate that I have to do something about that a little bit.
We should go talk to Bianca about it.
Yeah, if she's here, we'll see if she's hanging. She'll just be, oh, it's so spooky.
I hope she is. Come on.
If she
let's go.
does it spooky, I swear.
Spooky. Yeah, let's see if our dear friend Bianca's here, who I enjoy talking to every time we have spoken to her.
She's our favorite person.
Favorite mom. Definitely, totally favorite mom. Definitely not third or fourth. Diana, we don't know enough about.
So the three of you head over to the Starlit Lounge. It's, like I said, a little bit past midnight now, closing in on 1. And that's kind of when this place hits its stride. Kitchen staff for all the nice restaurants that closed at 10 are flooding the place. It's pretty packed. And it's through kind of the mess of kind of mortals standing in the middle. It's kind of standing room only. You can see Bianca holding court at a large table at the rear of the establishment.
Oh no, she's busy. Oh no.
There's a small crowd around her. She seems to be kind of moving through them, addressing them one at a time.
Is this an Elysium? Oh. Well, we're too
We did it.
excited. We did it.
We made it to the party.
Someone will speak with her for a moment, and then walk down the steps to the morgue. You might see that process repeat a few more times if you care to watch. But staring at this group of people might draw eyes of its own, unless you guys care to conceal that in some way.
I mean, what do you want to do, Barry?
I guess I'll just slowly walk up to Bianca, but pretend to be one of the people in the whatever gathering this is.
I guess we'll go join the crowd then.
You guys can wait. Go wait
No,
somewhere.
he's not going to be part of Team Pretend to be the crowd.
We could get fake drinks from the bar.
Yeah, we could ask Yuki questions casually if it seems appropriate, but we'll go towards the bar.
So the two of you head to the bar. Mary, she's pretty efficient, Bianca, in working through these patrons. And as the kind of crowd thins out, because it's not exactly a line, you can tell it's not first come, first serve. Bianca's choosing the order in which she addresses people. And it's not long before her eyes land on you. Hello.
Good midnight.
Ooh. Hungry, dear?
No, I'm good. But what's going on right now? Why are there so many people?
They are patrons of my business.
Oh, okay. I need to talk to you. Somewhere more private.
Can you tell me what it's about? I need to finish this.
Okay. So, I do you know anything about this location? And I'm gonna show her the location that was shown to us by Martin.
That is a location of interest to many kindred recently. That's Takeshi Pharmaceuticals corporate.
Wait,
Fantastic.
we heard that something happened last night.
Indeed, you should stay very clear of that location.
Huh.
What happened last night?
You're right. We should talk about this someplace else. Yuki, dear, would you see to these customers? She looks over at the bar and waves the bartender. I'll be back in 5 minutes. She motions for you to follow her, and she kind of heads towards the stairs.
I'll motion to the other two to come with us.
Hell yeah. Invited.
We're the team.
God, the team's coming back together. It's really nice.
Coming back together. Were we ever
I feel like there was a moment we were struggling, but I feel like now we're back in stride. I feel like we're back in it, boys. We'll go over. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that princess.
Yeah,
Messing up the team.
Princess ruined the dynamic is what we're realizing. Princess really messed with our dynamic.
So she leads you up the stairs to the place where Catherine retired last you saw her to clean up. You reach the top and the top floor of this old industrial building, and you see another bay of windows shining against a brick inner enclosure. So many of us get rid of windows immediately, everywhere, all the time. I couldn't do it. I hate not being able to see the sky. Anyways, come on in. Have a seat.
How's Catherine?
She's doing better. She's talking to many people.
Okay. Do you have a schedule for already, or is it for when you're going to present the flash drive? The list.
That is a matter that we have not yet decided. It does need to be turned in to the proper authorities as quickly as possible, but it needs to be done publicly. I would hate to think that we went through all this trouble and no one knew it was us.
I don't know if Jessica told you already, but the La Sombra are trying to make a deal. They want their money back, and they'll be on your side, I guess.
Are they going to get their money back?
We plan on making it happen. I mean, not that but we will make it easy for them.
Good. I would hate to think of those sterling gentlemen sailing off into the night when this is all done on a yacht somewhere. That would be awful. Just my opinion.
Anyway, what happened last night? Who told us this?
Jessica told us like casually,
very,
very quickly.
yeah, very briefly. She's like, "Oh, you don't know."
Was this the same night? Was this the same night that we did the
mall?
The mall?
Yeah.
So while we were doing the mall. Okay. So what happened last night?
The Inquisition caught up with everything associated with Takeshi Pharmaceuticals.
Everything.
That building has been turned upside down. I'm not certain what they've gotten from it.
Well, what's this location then? Have they found this?
I don't think so.
So this is where. Okay. Okay. Well, it's The Inquisition are very clever, aren't they?
It's weird how they know things.
They're so smart.
They are a very clear message that we need to adapt to the times.
If the Inquisition were to say find this last, I mean, Ursula is what you call those?
The sheriff, I think.
Yeah, but she's also one of the chairs for
She's a
the
primogen.
Primogen, yeah. Primogen for the Nosferatu. Um they're basically the the muscle of the Camarilla. Am I right? Among many, probably.
She is, and it would be deeply unfortunate if, for the Inquisition, if they were to venture down into her realm between dusk and dawn.
You think they won't be able to take her down?
I think they will not choose to encounter her during the evening hours.
So they know about her.
I don't know if they know anything about her. They just know that something's down there. If they found that place at all yet. I don't know much about it. But the place was made very secure. Much effort was made.
Look at the other two like
Mm.
I don't know if we should tell her.
I don't know either. I'm not against telling her, but you know.
you don't think the Inquisition, what does it take to take down someone like Ursula?
Well, the same thing that would take down any of us, in theory. Take her head, burn her form.
So if it were to get bombed or something, why haven't the Inquisition have like done something like that?
I imagine that would be difficult to explain to their fellow humans why they set off a bomb in Lower Seattle.
So they
But
just
they
need a
might-
document that officiates this bomb setting. I mean, if they make it official, would it work that way? I don't know. The U.S. government is very Kafka-esque.
That it is. And it would not be the first time the law enforcement had set off an explosive on American soil. It's difficult to organize something like that without it getting out. But and once it happens, it happens. It's an explosion that's happened in Lower Seattle. You can't explain that away.
Are there any
No.
plans though for like them to move from below there since that place is already compromised?
I imagine that those that are trapped within the place, if they've managed to hide themselves, are attempting to stay in place as long as possible. Of course, the Takeshi Pharmaceuticals name is quite done. It'll be a new name tomorrow. Or next week. Whenever the humans lose focus for a moment, the name will change. The faces will slide around.
If Ursula were to be taken down, just hypothetically, it seems very difficult. Like if the Inquisition found out the location and they had some extra oomph, would that be good for you guys? Or would it be bad?
What exactly are you proposing, child?
I mean,
It is one thing to have enemies among your kindred. It is quite another to deploy kind to do your dirty work.
what do you mean by kind?
Forms. The Inquisition.
I mean, they're there.
You're not wrong.
These are all truths.
Mary, dear, I will trust your judgment.
Are you?
Oh. Fear makes a noise accidentally on that. Like, oh, oh no.
But you mustn't speak of this to anyone.
Of course not. But how would one make them more successful in taking down Ursula? Is that even a good idea? But I'm asking you though, if that's even a good idea in the first place, because my thought process is if Ursula were taken down and the Bruja were on our side, that's two of the, I guess, the brute force, the military of the Camarilla down on their side. So when you are able to present the list, I think the prince won't have any choice but to accept. Of course, the prince is also can see the future, so I have no idea.
So I'll answer your first question. The chief problem in destroying any kindred for mortals is simply locating the kindred. That's what the Inquisition would need. I hope I communicated this very clearly, in that you should never speak to anyone like this, ever again. You should use your judgment and do what you think is best.
I mean, it's all yes.
Even those that we work together very close with now may not understand the necessity for tactical flexibility that you're displaying right now.
I mean, it's just hypothetical, you know. I mean, it's just a theory. I mean,
So I just want you to understand that your continued existence hangs in the balance of your discretion in this matter. And that goes for talking with anyone outside this room about this line of thinking.
okay. Um, have you gotten? Do you know anything about the vampires that we got for Jessica? Are they doing fine? Because I think we forgot to ask about that.
They are having a little bit of a rough time of it. Jessica's had to move them several times. people are looking for them, and the gangrel are very good at hiding in the woods, but that can only last for so long. We need the prince to call the Elysium so that we can end this. And I think she knows that now.
Okay.
Given all the chaos, she would have probably wanted to do this several nights ago. But
Does the prince ever call like emergency Elysiums?
indeed, and she would if she didn't fear that it would be the end of her rule at this point.
Does that happen? Of course, it's happened before, right?
It's the nice way for a prince to lose their seat.
At least they died surrounded by a party.
That's fun.
They had a fun death. Yeah.
I look at the other two and see if they have any questions for Bianca. You can ask them.
All my questions give away 100% what we're doing.
Yeah.
All my questions give it away thoroughly.
I mean, I think she won't stop us, but
Hypothetically.
Very true. So let's continue on our route of hypotheticals because that's where we are currently. So this untouched Takeshi Pharmaceuticals area where Ursula may or may not be, how hard would it be to get inside?
At this point, the difficult thing would be remaining anonymous in a field of law enforcement officials.
Mm.
They are currently searching a large building in the downtown area, and executing that search warrant has taken quite a bit of time.
Mm. I only know one way to really get through officials, guys, so I don't know. I don't know about that.
I mean, we
Do
got
you-
onto those docks.
That's
Yes.
true. Is there like a...
do you have any contacts? I mean, allies in positions that could be, I mean, in law enforcement? And I mean, of course you do. Like in the government, we have to talk to someone else who has placed people there.
I do have some friends in local law enforcement. Unfortunately, this is a little bit more difficult to pierce as it's national agencies that have taken an interest in Takeshi Pharmaceuticals.
Is there like, let's say I don't want to deal with a bunch of officials. Is there perhaps maybe a sewer entrance we could go through
Oh, God.
and not through the front door? I'm sorry, Iris.
Yeah.
Can't
Mhm.
believe that.
Well, all of Seattle is, or all of Lower Seattle is built on top of the historical ruin of the Seattle we knew in the early 18th century.
Is anyone skilled at navigating those tunnels? Please don't say Malcolm. Please.
Oh, I can't see Malcolm ever again. I've already stated this.
He's probably not in town anymore.
I sure hope he's not.
Well, you could go simply hire a local tour guide.
There probably are nighttime tour guides because it's a spooky kind of thing.
Oh, indeed. It's quite the hustle involving that.
You mean humans? Would they know how to?
They probably know it really well.
Wow, this is a really good hypothetical idea.
Although I should warn you, what I said earlier is still true. There have been great pains taken to secure Takeshi Pharmaceuticals corporate.
What kind of security have the Camarilla deployed for
It's
that
unknown
area?
to me, but many of us were asked to contribute the services of mortal followers, funds.
So probably, I'm imagining blood magic and zombie vampires. I don't know. It's Dead Souls.
Also, concrete. Never underestimate concrete.
Oh, there is concrete. Tier.
There has to
I
be a
mean,
door
if
somewhere.
hypothetically, if you could punch off 1 foot of concrete an hour,
First off, how dare you assume I can't do more?
Yeah, only 1 foot.
1 foot an hour?
We-
Fucking audacity.
maybe it's reinforced. Look, we're doing the worst case scenario.
Uh-huh.
So
Can
at
a
your
vampire
absolute worst, it's a
through concrete?
Punched through a church the other day, so I'm just working with what I got. Maybe
God, that's so
hypothetically,
badass.
we
Like,
go take a look. It's a casual look. Well, I've got nothing else. So.
all right.
yeah.
You have any ask Iris if you want to see your Catherine before we go?
Oh, I don't care about her.
Okay. I guess thanks for answering our questions. Let us know how your plans are going, I guess. We do intend to never mind.
I don't even know what the rest of that was going to be, but I'm glad it stopped.
That's one
Good,
of those
Mary.
hypothetical
I'm glad you're
situations.
getting the hang of it.
Right. This has been fun. Yeah. Deer's going to walk out.
Yeah.
I'll follow.
Before Mary walks out, they'll ask about one last thing. Do you know about a Vladislav Milosevic? Have you heard that name before?
That old bastard. To the north in Vancouver, there was something of a Sabbat presence for several hundred years. Vancouver modernized and they did not. And they became a threat to any sensible kindred that wanted to live in the area. So they were dealt with. Vladislav is an old timer from that era. He managed to clean up his act, keep quiet. So he's still around. Somewhere between the border and North Seattle.
He seems to have made a deal with Malcolm.
I wonder what he wanted. And I wonder what he paid for it.
I drank what he paid for.
I drank the payment.
It's
Oh
gone now.
dear. Are you feeling well?
I mean, I feel kind of the same. I just feel like there's a vague connection to something, but beyond that, really, I also got to drink some La Sombra blood
Fun.
earlier this night. It kind of tastes good.
Our parents are so disappointed in us.
Do you if you get the sudden urge to travel, go see a place you've never been, you feel a kind of ache in you to connect with something you don't know, come here first.
I'm sure that's not okay. What is he anyway?
He is an old type of monster. They aren't very common anymore.
So there are like, so this is like there are subdivisions of vampires.
What he is called a Simitsi. They are known for their ability to create things, living things.
So they could biologically like make life.
I do not know much about it. Nor do I care to. I'm told it's awful.
Well, all right. I'm gonna go now.
Hey, bye, Mom.
The three of you trundle down the stairs like the cute little children you are.
I'll let you know. I'll come here first thing if I feel something. But it only lasts a month, right?
Something like that, yes.
Would you know if someone drank your blood, like
Okay.
remotely?
Not typically. I wouldn't
And
put
is
it
there
past
like
some sort of sorcery, but
so he wouldn't know that I drank his blood?
he shouldn't.
Is there like hierarchy of control?
The
Like,
more you drink, the more you will be compelled to seek out his presence, and you will enjoy the completion of commands he has given you.
What about you? I mean, what about your child, like mother children? How does that differ or similar to?
It is very similar. You you have control of your own faculties. You're making decisions, but deep down inside all of you, there is a need to reconnect with the older blood.
Does
It's
it
important to be aware of that.
does it overpower someone if someone drank another vampire's blood? Can it overpower that, or can how does that like can you feed someone else enough blood that it overpowers their sire's control?
Yes, that would take time, and
How much time and how
Hypothetically.
much blood? I mean, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if you looked at a
hypotheticals.
calendar and you had to circle some days.
it depends on the individuals involved. But around a few months would certainly do the trick in most
A
cases.
few months. God.
It's a long time.
Okay. All right. I'm sure I'll have more questions another time. I think my friends are in a hurry. So
Don't drink older kindred's blood. It's dangerous, Aaron.
sure.
Okay, Mom.
um,
And I'm walking out of there with my duffel bag, and the vials are like clinking and
Yeah,
sloshing.
it's just like all of us just sound like clinking metal as we go places, clinking metal and glass.
I kind of assumed all that stuff was sitting in the truck, but yeah, we can do
Oh
that.
yeah,
It probably
yeah.
is.
But
Tier
this would have been
trainers
that would have
all
been
that.
funnier. Yeah.
Though we would have taken probably the police scanner, what have you, up to our
Jorgen.
room. So Jorgen could have it and have fun if he wants to. We have a good time. I will say while Iris and Tyr have stepped out, and Mary's really good at like casually keeping step and then stepping backwards and then being in the room by herself. Like, huh. And then Tyr looks over and it's like, I can't tell if this is something I should be upset about or not. But I realized when Mary made that deal with that shitty Presley guy about drinking blood, that it wasn't going to fuck her up. It was only going to fuck you and me up.
Mary doesn't care about it.
You're right. I thought about it after and I'm like, shit. She made that deal because it wasn't going to affect her in any way, but it was going to affect me.
It's okay.
Well,
you wouldn't have
You
done
could have
it.
opted out, but anyway.
I did opt out. I gave a much cooler option.
Oh yeah, you
I gave him
did.
something way better. Also, I feel like we really have to get Martin, because what if the Inquisition's feeling questiony instead of murdery, you know?
And they get his phone, which has your number, and
Yeah. And he's already seen your faces and he knows who you are. We have to go get that asshole, and it's now I'm mad again. Now I'm mad about it again. And I don't know what's the better way to do it. I don't know if we can just walk in casually. You guys have hot abilities. I don't have any of that going for me at the moment. And
I'm
we
right
built
here
the
already.
sewers
Yeah, I
together.
would have. I think the sewers are better.
the sewers are going to be easier.
The Takashi farm. This is a vampire facility. They could easily trump any mental abilities that we have.
That's true. You guys did have a hard time with that. Just like one guy.
Yeah.
When we went to the army base. So
And we don't have to get disguises this way.
It's true. I think we need to deal with this as quickly as possible. And those other guys, I don't care about the rest of the clutch. They don't know me.
We just need to get Martin out.
We just got to get Martin out.
And then Martin begs, we have to get my new friends out too.
Listen, if he asks me very nicely and they're not all horrible to behold, I'll think about it. But I don't know. They could all be gross. Very gross. God, he looked so bad. Mary, you missed it. There was something real fucking wrong with his face.
It's nasty.
Yeah, something really got fucked up. Like, we got fucked over, but like, oh man.
Like, I know you have a blood thing, but I don't think you even want to touch them.
No. I would advise against it. I would advise against the Lasombra too, but I can't stop you.
All right. Well, we should go. If you, maybe we should. Yeah. Where are you guys planning on going? You're gonna find a sewer tour guide?
Maybe,
I
or
guess.
if we're able to get a map, we can do this without bringing somebody else into this.
I'm sure wherever we would find a guide would have a map as well.
Yeah, you got a map? I'll do my own tour.
Just buy a map from them.
Oh gosh, am I gonna put another one of my contacts in danger? Because I feel like
Are they a tour guide?
no, not a tour guide, but might know somebody. I feel like that's a kind of one of my other contacts is a person who might know somebody. Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I was
if you
inclined
feel
to just get Jorgen to like
Two nights
go
ago,
online and like print
you
us.
did send Lydia into the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
Well, not Lydia, the another one. But anyway,
like you could probably find a map online, right?
But yeah, we could. Yeah,
Probably.
you
You could probably
do some
just Google
research.
a map, right?
Why don't we go to Jorgen again and
Yeah.
um,
Jorgen, get the Google up.
Before we go up to him, I want to run by that little store and get flash drives.
Pick me up another phone because this one's all gross compromised.
And I'll get an extra phone for Tier.
Just a bunch of
before we
flashbacks.
Yes, a bunch of
do we
flash
plan on
drives.
embarking? I mean, on embarking on this tonight?
If we think we can do it in the time span, it's like 1 now. And it's not that far away.
We just don't want to get caught near there overnight.
Yeah. But the longer we wait, the more complicated it gets, it seems like.
Yeah.
Okay.
The closer
I
they'll
need to
be to
visit
getting in there.
someone I know. Yeah, like we talked before, and I need to talk to her again tonight, so I can meet you somewhere.
We could send you a message once we know where we're going in at, like where the
Okay.
sewer is. Because we have to find it first.
That's true. just squinting at Mary. Uh-huh.
And we'll wait for you.
Yeah. The team is back together, Mary.
Oh, you wanna? Okay, we could go all together.
I think all of us need to go into this sewer situation together. I think
Together,
we're
okay.
stronger as a unit.
Like we could scope
Alright.
out the outside probably without you, but I don't want to go in
All right.
Yeah.
without all three of us.
Mm-hmm. 2 people need to be at least able to hold guns. We need at least 2 hands on guns. What's the point of
I
having
have
2
two.
rifles?
I have 2 hands.
Just shooting wildly, hoping for the best. Okay. So how long would it take us to get to, I guess, well, we go to ask Jorgen to see if he's able to find us some sort of map first. That would be useful.
Yeah.
And
I would
Mary,
like to
if you
give-
want to, you could go now.
That's true.
I
Get a head
can.
start, and then
Yeah.
we'll meet you where we're going.
All right. I can do that.
Okay.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Text us if there's a trouble, a singular trouble.
We can handle one.
And we'll see if we can get info for navigating the sewer system.
And I'm also giving Jorgen my flash drives to put copies of the list on them for me.
Nice. Party favors at Elysium.
I'm gonna make a text on the group chat on my way out so Jorgen can read it. Hey Jorgen, can you look into the Tzimitzi for me? Thanks.
Poor Jorgen, so busy.
That's his job now.
He gets the text and then we open the door and are like, find us a map, Jorgen.
Make me these flash drives.
Put stuff in this flash drive. Find us a map. Find out about Tzimitzi. Do the thing with the phone.
I mean, that's what he's good at, so I'm sure he
We're not
likes
asking
it.
you to go
Jorgen
die
looks
in
up at you
the
and says, "Here, let me Google that for you."
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
He's the one with the
There's
printer.
there's really a sewer map on Google. Wow.
I bet he can
Oh,
find
yeah.
it. There has to be.
There's probably a detailed like upper level and what's below it combo
Yeah.
thing.
I trust in his ability to go into the deep Google.
So, Mary, where are you headed?
I'm headed over to Lydia's.
And the 2 of you are waiting for the loudest printer.
Nice.
It's ka-chunking and screaming,
Mhm.
ink and a piece of paper. And that's where we're going to take our 10-minute break. The sound of this printer dying slowly,
Beautiful.
knowing that it should have died back in 2001 with all of its brothers.
Shame, really.
Please join us. Get yourself a something to drink. We will be back in 10 minutes. We will see you then. Goodbye. welcome back. We are hurtling towards the bowels of Seattle, or at least Tyr and Iris are. Mary is going to a very comfortable and posh lawyer's office in Queen Anne. So let's start with that. And not touch the icky stuff first. Mary, you're able to travel however you like to Queen Anne.
Yeah, just a cab.
The driver pulls up next to Lydia's office. You recall it was close to the waterfront. It's not quite on it. It's maybe one block up. You can look down the street and see water. And once again, the light's on in there. Lydia's working late for some reason.
Okay. Well,
Kind of makes you wonder if she's had a sudden change in life habits.
oh gosh.
Look what you did.
I'm gonna go up then. Well, I have to ring the intercom first. So I'll do that.
You hit the buzzer, and after a few minutes, you get a response. Who is it?
It's me again.
Come up.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
The office is dark, but you can see up the stairs. There's a light on where you know her office is. March up there. She hasn't come out to greet you. She normally would have.
How dark is it?
So there are a lot of windows in this office. It's very nice. So there's a lot of starlight coming in. So it's navigable, but dark.
Okay. I guess I'll just walk in. God damn it. This is a good idea. But quietly.
You open the door, and there's Lydia. She's not wearing her blouse. Like she doesn't have her top on. She's just got a bra, and you can see her clothes are spread out over kind of the guest couch. Along with her clothes, you can see some electrical equipment, a receiver, and a long, thin wire.
I don't say anything, but I just look at her.
You came here just in time to see the shit you got me into.
What are you doing? You got in. I mean, you got yourself into it. I just told you.
Oh Lord,
Wow,
child.
Mary.
You did not just say that to me.
All right. What
Terry's
what
gonna
is
get her
this?
ass beat.
I am about to put on that wire and go meet a man to talk about the unfortunate decisions that Takeshi Pharmaceuticals has made.
This is like a secure connection. Why do you need to go through this? What is this?
I was there the
You
night
mean last
Takeshi
night?
Pharmaceuticals was raided. I got picked up along with everyone else, and now I'm a person of interest to the FBI.
What were you doing in person? Okay. So what does this wire do?
It records conversations.
You mean
As
like
soon
this
as-
one?
As soon as I turn it on, the FBI will be listening.
Oh. Is that so?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay. When will they receive this tape? Oh, they're actually listening to it right now.
I will be meeting the TP representative in the next 30 minutes downtown.
He's coming here.
No, I need to catch a cab here in a moment.
And this is a wire.
The team is already in place there. Once I come within range, this thing will activate and begin recording.
Where are you going?
There's a restaurant that's posh that they own. It's called the Metropolitan Grill. They keep it open at night, and I just thought they were weird before. Now I know that they're immortal fucking parasites.
Oh, you're being taken on a raid?
No, Takeshi Pharmaceuticals, you asked me to look into them.
Yeah.
They tried to cover up some of the construction that they were doing at their corporate headquarters. That's not surprising because anything that drives down beneath a skyscraper is heavily regulated. Leaves a long paper trail, and if you don't dot all your I's and cross all your T's, any of your neighbors can take you to the cleaners in court. Seattle
They're going
is
to
built
ask
on a
you
very
everything you know.
precarious foundation. I intend to do most of the asking. They are required by law to present the full, unaltered.
Oh, you're going to talk
Architecture.
to vampires?
Yes.
They're using you as some sort of. They're using you to do the dirty work. The FBI are.
The thought is that they think they can just make me go away. I'll tell them that they've done something incorrect. We'll agree to a settlement. That'll be the end of it.
I see. I see. So they're using you. Okay.
This wire kind of raises the stakes a little bit.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead, keep putting it on. I mean, we're just talking.
She just stares at you deadpan while she's strapping this thing to her. she tapes it down.
I mean, do you need me to help you?
The tape makes just the loudest, angriest sound when she. So. What I really need from you, Mary, is to give it to me straight. How dangerous is this guy?
The vampires. Do I know these people that she's gonna meet?
She hasn't said yet.
Do you have any names? Who are you meeting?
His name is Walter Jackson. He's general counsel for Takeshi Pharmaceuticals.
I'd say he's pretty dangerous. Just don't look into his eyes and you'll be fine. Well,
Mary, what are you going to do to get me the fuck out of this?
I'm still thinking about it.
If you're gonna, or what you're gonna?
I mean, what I can do.
I need this to go well. I can't. I don't want the FBI to keep looking at me.
I think after this, they'll be. Well, hopefully they'll be done with you. I'll see if I can make it go away.
How exactly are you going to do that?
I don't know yet.
I want your help, but I don't. Okay.
Are they going to be employing you? I'll be honest, Lydia. If you want to be safe from vampires hanging out with the FBI, okay, they might put you in danger, but they have tools that regular people don't have to protect you.
So you're saying I should continue to work for the FBI? I kind of had this nice practice that I wanted to run. That was going well.
Are they paying you well?
They're not paying me a dime.
That's some bullshit. We should get them to pay you.
Their payment is not slapping RICO charges on me for being associated with Takeshi Pharmaceuticals that night.
All right, Lydia. I have to think about it. I'm not really sure what to do. But something big is happening in the city involving the vampires and the FBI. It's So something's gonna hopefully something will change in your situation.
You still got my number, hon?
I do. But I did change my phone. So I would like to give you a new number.
All right.
You can contact me here. Are you gonna be there next week or?
I don't know where I'm going to be next week. in 30 minutes, I'm gonna be in the back of some restaurant with this Jackson fella.
You think the FBI want you to do more things after that?
I imagine they'll use me for all I'm worth. I don't know. This is all I got on him. So if he turns over the goods and I actually get the updated building schematic tonight, then that could be the end of it. The FBI wants that.
Okay. All right. I'll keep in touch. Walter Jackson's kind of seems to be important to the vampires, but he also has I would say some doubts about how vampires are running things right now. That's all I can tell you about him. That's all I know.
He's kind of an asshole here in the legal world of Seattle.
Oh, is he? Is he an
Yeah.
immortal lawyer?
Oh, I guess now I know that.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'll keep in touch if. Yeah, I'll let you know. If I might, well, so the FBI are swarming that place when you go there, right?
There's supposed to be a team there to protect me.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we can't be seen talking for too long. So, I'm going to go. Bye, Lydia. Good luck. Don't look into his eyes. Although,
What a weird conversation.
What? What do you mean? Don't look at is that like alligator wrestling? Like rub his belly or something? What do you mean? Like
Lydia, they can control, they can make you do things or think things if you look into their eyes. Vampires can do that. At the very least, try to keep him out of your mind. Although you might be able to do it with just his voice, like me. That would suck, but
in which case it wouldn't matter if I didn't look in his eyes.
right. But who knows? We don't know. I don't know what he can do and what he can't. Just to stay safe, you could just keep away from his eyes. But the FBI will know. They're listening anyway, so. Anyway.
Good night, Mary.
Good night, Lydia. I'll go.
This poor
I would-
girl.
I would help Lydia beat the shit out of Mary. Like if Lydia asked me, I would throw hands for Lydia. If she wanted me to throw hands, I would.
You go in and start telling her it's her fault.
Yeah.
Why did she go in person? I mean,
Oh,
okay,
God.
it's fine.
Good stuff. We probably won't make anybody angry on our side of things, Iris.
No.
It's totally safe what we're doing.
Mhm. Oh, gosh.
Tyr and Iris. Tyr's driving the beast downtown, and Iris, you hold in your small hands the Google Maps printout
Yes.
of the Seattle Underground.
Okay. So I think we should figure out where we're going and then park the truck not right next to where we're going in.
Right.
Like, put it down the street a bit,
Mhm.
just
And
so you know.
surveil the area a little bit while we wait for Mary to show up.
Yeah. So we'll get to where we're going, look around, and tell Mary where we are going to like enter the sewers once we know where we're going.
There is the most the easiest entrance to the Seattle Underground. Salazar's Haunted Underground.
It's, I love it.
It's an actual shop front in Lower Seattle, amidst all the skyscrapers.
Let's go be tourists.
Yeah, and even if they have it like, taped off, don't go past here. We'll just go past there.
It's just tape. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, fight me. They can't. Yeah, it's. I mean, if
You
it's
pull
the
the-
easiest one.
You pull the truck around to a parking garage on the other side of the block and park. And you make your way kind of hooking around kind of this big glass skyscraper. You get to First Ave and look north up the street, and you can see Takeshi Pharmaceuticals corporate. It is swarmed. Yellow tape, lights.
So the location that was given to us is inside that.
It
Yes.
seems like it's under it, like like the sewers or a basement under Takeshi Pharmaceuticals.
A specially built thing under it.
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Yeah. Indeed. That's where we're going.
Iris is just gonna look down and be like, huh, wonder if Mary's friends are there.
Oh, that'd be nice. What was his name? Ramirez.
Yeah.
Aw. I hope they can work through this. Like this rough patch.
Yeah. Maybe when she gets here.
Yeah. Yeah, so do you want to wait for her before we go into Salazar's?
I mean, we could just go in and like look in the front area. Don't have to go far in.
Let's take a gander.
I'm sure they have a cool gift shop.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, we'll go take a peek.
So walking around the corner, you step onto the sidewalk of First Ave, and a huge portion of it isn't sidewalk. It's this massive steel grate that you can actually see down into the underground through. It runs the length of the street. You can see underneath there's red brick and ruin. What looks like it is kind of old shop fronts, and directly underneath you, even an old sidewalk here on the top level of the underground.
It doesn't look like it's quite as bad as going in the sewer.
Yeah. Maybe it won't get gross at all.
Iris will keep trying to tell herself that it's going to be perfectly fine. And she's not going to have to burn her outfit after today.
If that's the worst thing we have to do today, Iris, is just burn our clothes, I think we did it. I think we won.
So, what do we do with Barton once we get him out? Are we going to share an apartment with this guy?
Oh, God. Maybe for a night,
Oh,
a
God.
morning.
Being the good guy sucks.
We'll figure something out.
Can we just like put him in a trunk of somebody's car? I don't know.
Yeah, we just put him in the trunk. We're like, oh, see you tomorrow night. We'll
Keep
see
him-
how it goes. You know, maybe he will die in an altercation on the way out. I don't know.
Maybe.
Here's hoping, fingers crossed. But maybe we can find somebody to pawn him off on later.
Because I really don't know if I want him to know where we're staying.
That's true, but we don't have anywhere else to really go.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can even get him out of there first.
Yeah.
We may not even have to worry about it. It'll be fine.
We might all be staying with the FBI.
Yeah,
Great.
we'll figure it out.
So you make it to the front of Salazar's. There's a yellow light in the back, and the sign on the door says "open."
Well, if they
Good.
insist.
Are you two waiting on Mary, or
I'm gonna see if there's a gift shop.
Yeah, we'll go in. Maybe we have to like book a time. We don't know. Might have to schmooze. I don't know what Iris is gonna have to do.
Yeah. We have to go inside and see.
Yeah.
the two of you enter? There is no one in the lobby here at night, but there is a big red LED sign that says "Tour in Progress,"
Ah.
and it has a big number counting down. It says "Next Tour."
How long
It's got
is it?
19 minutes.
19
Huh.
minutes.
That might
Well,
work out.
we have to wait for Mary, though.
Yeah. She might be here in 19-ish minutes. We don't know.
Does it look like there's a gift shop? I'm really crossing
Oh,
my
indeed.
fingers.
If you look back at the window, there's a whole
Fantastic.
little area. There's real estate's very tight and cramped in this
Mhm.
shop front. There are bobbleheads and books about ghosts, and kind of a little plastic model of a section of underground. All sorts of knickknacks available to be purchased or just taken if you just don't feel like paying for it.
I'm gonna look at them, see if there's anything shiny enough.
Yeah, is there anything? Yeah. Treat yourself.
There is almost nothing of value here. You're 100% certain of that. Everything here was cheaply manufactured and made at an exceedingly low margin.
That's lame.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what we were exactly expecting, but
It's at least hoping for like a T-shirt or something.
yeah. Speaking of t-shirts, I'm not losing another pair of pants or another piece of clothing to all of this shit. Tier's gonna like unzip the duffel bag and pull out gym shorts and is like, I'm not wandering through a sewer with pants on. Now we got gym short Tier.
Good.
Now the thighs are fully on display. Truly to strike fear into the hearts of
The
everyone.
big guns are out.
Yeah, everybody should know. All right. I don't want to lose my favorite pants.
So, are we waiting on Mary's arrival?
Yeah,
I think so.
we told her we would.
So Mary,
Are you actually coming?
Yeah.
you hail a cab and leave Lydia to her fate.
Yeah. She can
What
do
you gonna
it.
do?
I'm gonna go on this silly suicide mission instead, so we can all die together in the same night.
Were the other missions not silly suicide missions or just casual suicide missions? Why is this one
Casual.
the worst? I'm
Well,
not disagreeing, but
well, this one is the one which is like the most thought of. Like it's the most our choice.
it is. That's true.
The others were less. We had less of a choice.
And this one is fully self-interest now because we have something at stake, which is kind of us. So either way, we're at stake, whether we go in there or not.
Right.
So we're going to get rid of a variable to hopefully not die or die.
Oh my god.
You know?
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Either way.
Mary, you hail a cab, and it expediently takes you to the south side of Seattle. It's not that far of a drive. It's really only probably about 2.5, 3 minutes before he pulls up in front of Salazar's. This what you wanted? This time of night?
Yeah. I'm like a thrill seeker.
All right, be careful, honey.
Thanks.
I'm sure you can catch one of the tour guys. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll give him a tip, like a $1 tip.
So generous.
He gave me one compliment. That's $1. Okay, like he cared about me. He showed
So
one
this
concern.
this is advanced American tipping information. And this is what you communicate to your server by this is like if you tip $0, what that communicates to them is like, oh, I'm broke or I forgot to tip. One of those two things. If you tip $1, it says I have money, but I'm not giving it to you because you suck.
Well,
Honey, he can have $1.
I guess.
You don't know
I
me.
mean, fine. You can get
That's
$10.
no, it's cool. I love it.
You stick with
I'll
the
give him
$1.
$1.
He should have given more compliments if he wanted more money.
Look, he wants
Clearly.
me to live. You want me to live. You want to give me money so I stay alive. He's like, I hope you don't get into like trouble, whatever. Like, well, if you want to ensure that, you keep the money with me.
I need this money to live.
Sound
It's
logic.
very logical.
That's not fair. Like you stepped into a world of invisible rules there, but invisible rules that really don't make that much sense.
No.
Mary joins you after a brief discussion with her cab driver.
All right. Do we
Countdown
want to
is at 12 minutes.
No, I'm
We
not
can-
leaving.
Yeah, let's go in.
Let's just go.
Yeah. Yeah, we just sneak around him, and we have a sweet map. So,
So how'd it go, Mary?
Okay, so my friend is meeting up with the guy we're supposed to give the flash drive to. The list.
Huh.
Walter Jackson.
oh no, we got a first name.
Oh.
Oh,
So we
did
know
get
where
it.
he is.
Well, right now he's at some restaurant. They're having a meeting. She's
It would've
being
been so good to give
wiretapped
him-
by the FBI.
I certainly don't want to be at the wiretapping event.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know if I want to be there.
we should probably not go there. Yeah.
Yeah. And hope
Just
that
hope she'll
Walter
be
Jackson
safe.
figures it out on his own. He sounds like a smart guy.
They're smart people. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We can give him that flash drive another day.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if we're even supposed to give him the flash drive. I think that was a backup option. I think giving it to him was if everything goes to shit, we give him the flash drive. I could
Was
be
that
wrong.
how it was?
I
Well,
think that's
uh,
what it was.
I think that's what it is, but my plan is I have flash drive. If I casually run into him, he's getting it either way.
okay.
Well, we know
Well-
where. Well, we got a location and we got a first name
Cool.
for where he
If-
might consort, hang out.
Yeah. So if you find out from your friend that that place is now completely fucked, we won't go talk to Jackson, you know?
Right.
All right, into the sewers. Fun.
Yeah.
Dungeon
great.
crawl. This is our dungeon
Yeah,
crawl.
This is
Actually,
our dungeon crawl episode.
Behind the counter, there is an old-timey oil lamp.
Oh, good.
Super yellow light, old and rusty. And filled with oil and fire.
Mmm.
Good.
Do we need it? Do they have like a flashlight like normal people?
how much is there oil? Is there oil?
Indeed. It's
Just
on.
oil.
That's the light that you saw coming in.
Is there oil that's not lit? Like spare oil?
So underneath kind of the service counter, there's a file cabinet. It's got all sorts of crap in it, and in that, if you fish around for a little bit, there is a container of oil.
I'm taking it.
It's our instinct to burn something to the ground, so can't fault it.
So it kills vampires and humans. Like,
It's
what more
Really?
can you ask
it's
for?
a good weapon.
It's a good
Is this lantern already lit?
It is. It is providing
I
light
think
in the back of the top.
we should take it.
Do you think we can physically carry it with us without freaking out?
We don't need to take it. What if we?
But see
Here
it.
is. We could see. Look, Tyr could just. We can lead. Tyr can, like, hold on to us.
Our phones have flashlights.
Oh yeah, our phones. You're
That's
right.
fair. Fine.
You're just at the entrance. My phone has a flashlight on it.
No need for fancy dark vision.
I don't.
Fine.
Dark vision. I have a phone.
Fine. We leave the fire here.
I just see it going poorly for us when we freak out and fling it at something and just get covered in oil and fire. I could just see it. in
But
my
what if
mind's eye.
they get covered in oil and fire?
But it's a 50-50 shot if that happens. It could be us. We'll try it when we get
What's the throw skill? Athletics or something, right?
Yeah,
I-
probably.
don't.
I'll
trust
be
you to
fine.
be
I mean,
throwing
I
things.
hopefully will be fine. Oh my god, I
You'll be
cannot
fine.
believe, or I can't believe that we burned all the willpower that we had. Well, I burned my willpower on that pool
Hey.
game.
I have one now, okay?
I have 4. I'm
Okay.
good. I can fight. I have willpower. I'm good. I'm ready. Let's go to the fucking sewers, I guess.
Yeah.
This is the worst. I agree, Mary. You know what? I'm finally full circle. This is the worst of the missions by a landslide, 100%. But she's walking into the tunnel.
But here we go.
I mean, not only is it surrounded by FBI, it's also got vampire defense systems, and we also have to deal with innocent tour goers. Right
They'll
now.
be fine. There's only one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only a couple weirdos. We'll figure it out.
So the three of you march down these wooden steps into the Seattle Underground. And you find yourself in a long brick passageway. To your right is rubble, wood, building materials. Underneath your feet is an 100-year-old sidewalk, roughly poured concrete, unseparated. And to your left is that brick storefront. And you can look up and see the grate you were walking on moments ago. Go ahead and give me wits awareness, everybody.
Oh no.
I have one success.
I
One
also have
success.
Not even with the senses.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Iris?
Iris. Yeah, or do you want to use?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's try to use my sight.
I was just hoping not to just fail miserably was my goal there.
Let's see if that adds anything.
Mission accomplished.
Thanks, guys. One whole success.
That puts me at 2 successes.
Yay!
Ooh. We're doing it, guys. This is a good mission.
You guys are so dead. I can't even- All right.
We just never find it. We get
Yeah.
lost.
You just this might be the best thing that ever happened to you.
Where it's like help, and then he dies.
It's a shame.
you begin to walk north towards what you think is the direction Takeshi Pharmaceuticals, and immediately Iris, probably 200 or 300 yards down in the distance, you see that yellow light from an oil lantern
Oh,
and hear the murmur. The three of you are probably 45 seconds away from being face to face with the incoming tour.
Mm.
I'll look and see if there's like a little alcove or something we can hide in near us.
So there are all of these ancient shop fronts.
Let's hide. The other tour is coming up, guys. We should make sure they don't see us. Probably.
Okay.
There's all these empty buildings, so
Yeah, let's just run into a building and wait for them to pass us.
mhm.
You dart off to the left into an old worksman's space. Old wooden tools hang from a large rack. Place is covered in cobwebs. It seems to be a whole ecosystem of probably wood-eating insects and things that prey on them that live in this place. And the darkness continues.
Do we
into
have
the back of the shop.
we do have a map of the place, right?
Indeed,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
And we were at the hallway. Was that they're coming towards us
Correct.
in through? Okay. Well, I'm staying behind and Cloak of Shadows.
Good.
Woof.
So Mary just takes a step off to the underneath the street, and Iris and Tyr, you turn your gaze into the spider-infested craftsman.
Monster spiders.
And as soon as you take your eyes off Mary, she's gone.
It do be like that. We're gonna go hide in the spider hole.
Yeah. I'll visit some spiders.
Tyr's gonna go first to try and like be the person that clears out the cobwebs first with their face, you know.
Oh, you
Thank
get
you.
it.
Yeah. Oh, good.
You get it. You get it.
Uh,
You get
That's
this
so bad.
super awesome sensation across your thighs too. Now that you're not wearing it.
Oh no, I've made a mistake.
Oh,
This is a mistake.
Look at her pants.
pants.
They would have been ruined.
You're right. You're right. This is worth it. This is definitely
Those are-
worth it.
This is the good
Anything
outcome.
Yeah, this is what we want. We're doing it. We're doing it. We'll hide in Spider House.
Go ahead
Hey.
and make me some stealth composure checks.
I like when things are composure. That's very nice.
I got one success again.
Iris, I need you to get it together.
You can do it. You can do it. Iris, stop rolling badly.
I can't.
Are your
help
dice
it.
loaded? Did you load your own dice?
Yeah, I loaded them to fail.
Right.
Okay, so the current situation is 0 successes.
We're
is this
very
worth
stealthy.
a willpower? Is this worth it?
I don't know.
I'm not in charge of that decision.
Guys, is it worth it? I don't think it is. You guys
It's
have
up to
cool
you.
mental powers.
That we do. That we do.
You do.
Yeah, I'm. No, gross. 0 successes.
Tyr and Iris, you both just kind of like hunker down at the front of the store. You're behind a workbench that's got tools strewn about it, and the tour group loudly passes by. Thanks for choosing Salazar's. Be sure to head on upstairs, everybody, one at a time. They're old stairs. There's a tip jar up there too, if you think I did a good job. And we hope to see you come back. And don't. And at that moment,
Are they right beside me?
yeah, they walk right in front of you, Mary. They do not. They do not notice you at all. Tyr, you kind of shuffle your feet, and
I
one of the
would
tools
like.
falls off,
Oh.
Good.
Oh no.
hitting the ground, clattering.
I would like to appear like behind one of the people and pretend to be one that I was part of the tour and be like, wow, oh, that was so cool.
They're shocked because they thought they were at the back. Whoa! It's kind of like medium build, blonde haired, short haired, soldier looking dude. Where did you come from?
I was just around. I was here the whole time.
Oh God. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You just frightened me as well.
Yeah. I was
Did you
a bit
just hear
behind. I was
something?
looking. No, I didn't.
What?
I mean, I heard there were like ghosts here. This place is haunted, isn't it? Maybe it's one of the ghosts.
Yeah, this is totally haunted. I know the history, and at least 3 people died in that shop. I'm sure.
In that shop.
That's the tour guide speaking of.
Oh.
Also, on top of ghosts, we have a little bit of a homeless issue in the city. So if you hear something down here, just keep on moving.
Oh. I see.
Yeah.
You just ignore them.
Well, we could go and see if they want to be bothered.
They probably don't. They probably just want a nice place to rest.
With the spiders.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Well, anyways, everybody up. I need to see you all leave so that I can close this place up.
I'm gonna like stay behind and pull out my phone. You were such a good tour guide. You knew everything.
Thanks.
It's like you know this place.
I practically live down here. I got this job from my dad, and he did it like his whole life, and I'm gonna do it my whole life now too. So I guess we're pretty good at it.
You are. I feel like you should make like a show about it, like a documentary.
Oh,
It'll do so good on Netflix.
I wish we had the money to put something like that together. I would totally cheat. I would like make fake ghosts everywhere. Like
See,
everywhere.
I was looking at this map here. I'll show the phone.
Oh, yeah?
What is this? What's this area over here? I'm really curious about this area. The one with the what's that? Underneath this pharmaceuticals building.
Oh gosh, we can't even get across the street close. So if you go, we took a left, if you remember, up there, and went
Yeah.
towards the ocean. If you hang a right, it kind of like, and you keep going, that eventually opens up underneath the highway, and that's actually where the vagrants get in, and they kind of keep to their side of the street, and we kind of keep to ours, and we don't complain about each other, and
So there's another
life goes on.
entrance, like in the highway.
Yeah,
place?
yeah, that's how they get in. They have their own whole tent city underneath there, and I don't really go through their territory, you know.
Cool.
And that's where you're
and
pointing
that's
on the
like-
other side.
You've never been to the other side?
I
Are
mean,
those mostly just vagrants?
yeah. I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of. Just
But you've never been to the other side.
No.
Why not?
It's kind of uncomfortable.
Tears stares at Iris like, holy shit.
No, we're just trying not to get coated in more spider webs. And
So, like, for the love of God.
I mean, you can like social workers and stuff. They come down here. Like I've helped them get through here because they like to come in from the street.
Oh, from
To
the street.
find
They come in
people.
from the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what if I told you that? Wait, hold on. Before I continue, is it dangerous on the other side?
Look, people disappear in those big camps.
I see.
I mean, it's sad, but it's true, and it's
Is there
probably only
anything
worse.
someone should look out for if they were to go there? Would you tell the social workers?
Well, they kind of go in force in big groups, like during the day.
Right.
So it's it's not that big of a deal for them. And I don't know that anybody actually lives. I think it's walled off. I don't think you can get underneath.
Oh, it's walled off. Like,
Yeah,
by
I don't really know for sure. I don't know if it's like walled off by the highway construction, or if there's some way to get up underneath through the underground. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
I imagine they have to keep the vagrants out some way, right? I imagine that nice big shiny building doesn't appreciate, people who aren't going to pay rent.
Yeah. The vagrants don't look like. Well, never mind. I'm gonna go up now, and I'm gonna actually go up.
Mary and this man
But-
both march up the steps,
oh my gosh.
leaving
Okay.
Iris and Tyr
Drop
behind
this.
in the darkness.
I'm not like shocked or anything, but like,
Just disappointed.
I am disappointed.
Whatever. Apparently, we go to the right.
Yeah, we can check it out, and if we can't get through, we can't get through. That means we tried. That's what's important.
Yeah. I guess Iris is gonna start walking ahead because Mary's abandoned us.
Mary, you
Chicken
get to
that
the
guy's out of sight. Yeah.
top of the steps with this guy. He starts kind of moving about the shop like he's locking up for the night.
How far
done his
away
last
is
ghost tour.
this highway entrance?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
It's a couple blocks down. It's not gonna be easy to get to because you're gonna have to like hop down like beneath the highway, which is several. I don't even know how they get down there because it's got to be at least a 50-foot drop. Maybe they get in from through the trains.
So how do the social workers get down there?
Oh, we just take them in. Like during
You
the day,
take
like
them in
they
personally.
yeah.
During
Well,
the day.
They like to use this because they can just back their truck up and we own the parking spot out there and we just help them out.
Okay. All right. Do I have to do this now? I'm gonna have to do this now, but okay. Well, I'm gonna go out now. Um, should I go out? How am I gonna lose this guy? How do I lose this
You
guy?
have vampire powers.
You have so many vampire.
You could easily be
can,
like,
I
"Hey,
can.
let me go in there again."
Mary's like,
Yeah,
agree
I can.
wholeheartedly.
Also,
Vampire powers.
anytime he takes his eyes off you, you disappear.
Oh yeah. When does that happen? When does he? Yeah. You know what? I'll wait in the shop and wait for him to like take his eyes off of me, and I'll vanish.
So he's kind of like putting stuff away in the shop, and he's got his keys out. I gotta lock the back door real quick. Feel free to help yourself. Leave, whatever. I'm gonna go get like a hot dog after this. But
Okay.
anyways, he leaves and kind of locks kind of a side door, and gives you
The
the
entrance to the
opportunity.
tunnels are still okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if he's just gonna go, I'll just go back inside.
You do indeed have that option. If are you gonna wait for him to leave entirely before you?
Yeah, maybe I should do that. I'll do that. I'll go invisible first and wait for him to fully close shop.
Tyr and Iris. The bugs have started to notice you. Invaders in their domain.
They're welcome to have a fucking problem about it.
If they want to say something,
If
let
somebody
'em.
would like to say something to me, they can look at these thighs first and decide if they have
After a few moments of Mexican standoff between a termite, Tyr, and a wolf spider, Mary comes down the steps.
Oh, there you go.
He's gone.
All right.
Shop upstairs is. We can make as much noise as we want, I guess, but he said that you heard him. There are vagrants around here.
I think we'll be okay,
Yeah,
especially if they're normal vagrants.
They probably can't do anything to us.
Yeah.
If they're normal vagrants.
Yeah. I don't
They might
think
not.
the vampire ones are going to be like the ones right next to this thing, maybe. Oh, that'd be so easy if Martin just like right over there.
Just right around the corner. That'd be great.
There's only one way to find out.
I guess.
To go around the corner and find out.
Yeah.
Iris don't move. It just like takes a spider off of her. It doesn't say anything. It just throws it. Okay.
Oh, good.
All right. And hey, if we can't get in, we did our best, you know? So let's go check it out.
Okay.
Off you all go, back down in the direction that the tour guides came from. The length of the street, really. there's kind of the light from the grate the whole way, so it never really gets dark enough that you can't see it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty dark, but there's just enough light you can get by. You come to the end of the hallway after passing a bunch of shops, and there's a passageway that crosses the street underneath to the right. And immediately you can see kind of one way, looks dusty, there's footprints in it, but it's kind of old-timey looking to the left towards the ocean. Like there's a lot of bare wood and dust and everything. To the right, however, there's brick and wood and building materials, but also there's kind of like the plastic bags and trash of modern society.
Well, I know which way we're going. The less fun touristy way.
Yeah. It was fun while it lasted.
I'm sure this will be fun. We always somehow find a little fun in this, and I'm waiting for it. Tyr is gonna lead the charge. Be the front of this group if we're encountering people. For her expertise on interacting with people, which will be getting them to not interact.
So this hallway has no grate above and slips into pitch blackness very quickly. I'm assuming that you use some sort of lighting device at this point, your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Not a burning hunk of oil.
Yeah.
Dang.
I have 2 phones, so back up.
That white light is surprisingly powerful every time you turn it on in pitch blackness, but it only creeps out probably 6 feet in front of you, and you have your hand around the phone. You can just feel the heat coming off it. It's burning through juice.
Yeah.
You know, okay, go ahead.
You all continue to shuffle down this path, and it's narrow, but it goes on across the street. It's probably only like 5 feet wide, and it's not long before you are encountering dark figures slumped up against the side of the brick, covered in blankets, plastic, whatever.
Should have brought some Taco Bells,
We really should.
Yeah, honestly, we could have been better about this. You're right.
but we didn't
We
know. We
could've-
didn't know before going in.
That's true.
Next
time.
time.
Next time. Yeah, we keep pushing.
Some acknowledge your presence, some kind of hide from the light. Give me another wits awareness check.
Oh, you know how good.
Come
we
on,
are at
Iris.
this
You
awareness,
can
boy.
do this, Iris.
Iris,
Yeah,
we
because
believe in you.
I'll use my eyes again.
That'd be great.
I have 2 successes.
1 success.
No, what's this? 4 successes.
Ooh.
Yeah. With a messy crit.
Ooh, that's what we like to see. Iris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Iris, every time one of these like uh, uh, one of these people, every time you encounter one of them, it kind of emerges from the darkness, and your eyes pick out its outline against Tyr's phone. And that outline is really, it's really sharp. It's a stark difference between that white light and the silhouette. And all of them are living, breathing containers of food for you.
Good. Great.
What would you like to see?
It's impossible for you not to notice prey anymore.
It's a good thing I'm
You all
not
make
very
your way.
hungry.
You all make your way down this passageway, and it opens up into what you might guess was an old market. Stone columns that are rough and ugly looking support the ceiling of the room that you're in. They're clearly created not in the time of the market, but later on when the city needed something to hold up the street above. And Tyr enters and sweeps the light across it, and there are these huddled figures everywhere, and your eyes pick out them all, Iris. And one of the silhouettes, it does not breathe. Each one of these silhouettes is expanding and contracting, some very lightly, almost imperceptibly, with their own breath. But in one corner there is something that is dead. Perhaps it is completely dead. Perhaps not.
Great. She'll like grab Tyr's arm and be like, I don't know if it's that thing in the corner there is like us kind of dead or dead, but there's something along those lines down here with us.
Well, should we say hello then?
I mean, it doesn't look gigantic like Ursula, so it's probably a safer kind of us. Than,
Yeah, and if it's a scout, we don't want to just casually walk by it without saying hi, you know?
mm-hmm. I guess we go over there
Yeah,
and see.
We'll walk over to
See if it's a real dead person
Yeah.
in the corner.
Works or not.
It does not move at all as you approach.
Oh no.
Mm.
It's
This is
entirely a
sad.
huddled mass.
I can't tell.
Do
Maybe
you want to touch it?
I'll touch
I
it.
don't want to touch it.
Tyr doesn't have an issue touching this thing, probably. Just want to get a look at the face because I know that sometimes the face get wonky.
Mm-hmm,
So if I'm able to get any visual to see if this thing is possibly alive, well, alive is out of the question, but I'm gonna see if I can get a look at the face.
You reach down as it's kind of turned away from you to put your hand on the kind of its, for lack of a better word, robe. It's really just kind of an old army blanket type thing that's wrapped around it. And you draw it back, and its eyes immediately train on you.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
this horrible sheen reflects the light of your phone. And its face is completely hairless. And it has either just recently been in an awful street fight, or that's the way that its facial features are normally arranged.
Mm. Well, hey there, buddy.
As soon as it makes eye contact with you, it scurries 4 feet away,
Ooh.
back to the corner.
Oh, look at it go! Shit. Hey, calm down. Calm the fuck
What?
down.
What do you want? Why are you here?
What do we want? That's a good question. I've been asking myself that for a week now.
Well, I think your help, based on no offense, how you look, I think you can help us. At least find where we're trying to go.
You know about what happened to me? You know what this is?
You escaped.
Yeah.
Why are you still here? Why aren't you Oh, never mind.
Don't ask the guy why he's not there. You don't
Why
ask
aren't
the
you
guy why he's
living
living in
your
this
life?
situation.
You see like a little bit of him die inside.
Okay, so you would then possibly, perhaps, know the way back in, and maybe, tit for tat, we tell you at least what the fuck's happening to you.
I don't. You don't want to go where I came from.
How did you even get out?
You have to want it real bad, and you have to pay for it.
What's that supposed to mean? Is she testing you?
He stands up. He's typically sized male. He lets the blanket fall off of his shoulder, and you can see that at least half of his body, from his torso down to his whole right arm, up his neck on the right side, is completely covered in burns.
They put like a fire barrier.
I don't know. I don't even know who they are. I just wanted to leave, and I could feel it burning, but I didn't care.
Good news, it'll probably heal up just fine.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
All the time.
Have you tried eating?
I don't like it.
I look at Tyr like, I don't know when you're gonna reveal like what's the
Dude
last
hasn't
thing
told
that you
me how to get in yet.
Yeah,
what's the
we
last
need to know
thing
where
you
we're going.
remember before you ended up there?
I was riding the train back to my apartment from UW. It was the last line of the night, and I think someone stabbed me. They stabbed me right on the platform, and I was just there laying, and I blacked out. Then I woke up in the darkness.
So, how did you get out? I mean, how do you go back there from here?
Yeah, if you could show us just where you got out through, that
That's
would be
really-
helpful.
That's all we really need.
It's real easy. That you push those folks out of the way. They're sitting on top of a hatch. You gotta go down till you can't go down anymore.
I knew the shorts was a good idea. I knew it. Open in my bones.
And there's the old city tunnels. You follow them north.
All right. Sit tight. Tyr's not going to tell him anything and walks over to where the hatch is.
We can tell you stuff when we get back.
We'll be back.
Because it's a really long story. We just got that time right now.
There's a long story. We're going to have to do a lot to get it all the way through. Tyr's got places to be. She has to
People-
climb deep into the
People
abyss.
heard this conversation, and as you stride over there, they scurry away from the hatch.
Oh, good.
Appreciated.
should.
Thank you. And just pull that hatch open.
It's a big, heavy, latching manhole.
Yeah, I'll leave this guy.
If two other people were trying to do this, I would make them roll for it, but we're not.
Uh-huh.
I'll stand back and watch.
You guys could pretend like you're assisting. Just casually look like you're helping.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what happened to me? What is
Wait.
this?
How hungry are you?
Oh,
Like on a scale of 1 to 5.
you had to make it dots on a scale of 1 to 5.
423. Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened to me?
If you want to walk with us, we can tell you.
Yeah, we're on a bit of a schedule.
You going
But
back?
we'll be back if you want to sit.
I don't think this guy wants to go back.
Well, I don't think he does either, but we got.
All right.
we're on a schedule.
Yeah. I would like to pull out a knife. I don't know what I have in my duffel bag that can cut. Tyr, do you have anything that can cut?
Why?
This guy's hungry.
You have some fancy vials you could.
You know what? Okay. I will pierce my own arm with my own fang
There you go.
and then let it bleed and offer it into his face.
If I have to rip that man off of you, I'm going to be furious.
I'm gonna before I do that though, I'm gonna line up some Blogurt and some vials that I can easily drink myself.
Ew.
I feel like I should just climb down and let this happen, and whatever happens to Mary, you know?
Like, I can't help you, Mary.
Tyr's still up there. Just give him Algernon. No, I'm not giving him Algernon. I can't. I'm emotionally invested in that vial.
He makes eye contact with you, Mary, and looks at the wound on your wrist. and he's embarrassed, but he starts moving towards it. He can't
make
make
friends.
eye contact anymore.
Poor guy.
I compel him to drink slowly.
Mm.
He takes your arm with his unburned hand and drinks.
I always feel like I shouldn't be watching this. Like they say, it's like super intimate, and
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn around.
Is
I don't
it?
really
yeah, I
wanna
feel
watch.
like I shouldn't be watching. This is like vampire sex. I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah.
It does feel good, Mary, when he bites into you.
Oh,
New boyfriends. Wow.
This makes you happy. You have 3 boyfriends now.
So many boyfriends.
some of them are human, some of them are not.
Yeah.
You know, we have diversity.
Yeah, that's good.
Got a Lasombra, a Nas, and an FBI agent.
That's a pretty good spread.
He drinks for a moment, and then another.
As he drinks, I'm gonna drink some Blogurt so that there's like there's a human centipede.
Oh,
and
don't do
like,
it!
No.
No, don't do it!
No,
Don't do it!
no,
there's
no.
There's just a transfer, right? So I don't get hungry.
Transfer, much better word.
Yeah.
Bit of
He
an
stops.
Ouroboros type of deal almost. Good stuff.
He stops after the second moment. What? Are you different?
I'm like, I have to whisper this. Like,
What?
I'm like you. Okay, here's what happened to you.
You are not like me.
Clink.
We don't have time.
You're leaving at the dramatic.
Yeah. We weren't going to talk about it right now.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
Fight Club.
you weren't.
It'll take us a
Keep it
while to
going.
get down the ladder. You can talk.
Yeah, you'll catch up.
You're no longer human. You're 1, 2, 3. Whoa! You know what that is.
What? Does it go away?
No, unfortunately not. Whatever happened to you, they did it, and I don't know why they picked you. Maybe you got stabbed and bled to death, and someone decided to take pity. I mean, that happens a lot, apparently. Or maybe they actually just went and stabbed you, but I don't really know. Just stay away from the sunlight.
Yeah. He kind of retreats away from you. He looks like he has a lot to think about.
That's valid.
Yeah. Okay.
Valid.
Well, I'm gonna leave him and just. Oh, God, he has no money. I was gonna say, like, feed these people if you're gonna drink from them. Oh. If you need to find me, which you probably will, let's face it. Go to the Starlight Lounge. Have you heard of that place? Oh, do not try to reconnect with people you knew before. That was always a bad idea. You're gonna put them in danger.
It seems like it would be really awkward with the way I look now.
Anyway, if you need a place to go, I mean, you do look really fucked up. um, Here, go to the Starlight Lounge. I'll give you the location if you need. Just remember it. Tell them Mary told you to come here.
Thank you.
Okay, goodbye. I'll get your name another time when Nathan can think of one.
Thank
He's
you.
like, you didn't even ask me. You didn't ask. God, but I'm sure Bianca will love how many Nosferatu are about to show up at the Starlight Lounge.
This is gonna
I'm
be
sure this is
flooded.
her favorite thing. And now I'm really invested to do it. I want to
gonna-
send as many over there as I
The
can.
You wanna-
Nos
you wanna
refuge.
just- Yeah.
I'm very ready.
You want to piss her off by saving people.
You did it first. I'm just
I
following
did.
suit. I didn't
You
make
were
up this
going
plan.
down. You didn't know what I was doing. You were going down.
I'm sure we could hear you in the quiet of the subway, you know? Like, go to the Starlight Lounge and we're like, that's a good idea.
We sent everyone there.
Mary,
Yeah,
you look
we're
down
like,
the hatch, and Tyr and Iris are still climbing down
It's a long climb.
through this whole conversation, and you can hear the clang of metal receding. The light from Tyr's phone kind of goes up and down, and when it goes up and points up for a moment, you can see all of the layers of history that she's climbing down through. And how many times the city is burned down and been built back on top of itself. And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
I should have killed that guy or something. I just haven't gotten to throw any hands.
How many? Hey, this is how many
3
sessions
episodes.
have we done without any combat? This is our third.
Really? I haven't thrown a punch in 3 sessions.
You're in Diablerie timeout.
That's true. There should be like a cooldown time after that. She has too much power. Let her just. You need to chill for like half a minute.
Let her slowly go insane for a couple of sessions.
Yeah. Tyr's like, oh, I'm gonna punch something. I know I'm gonna get to punch something at the bottom of this hellhole.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody, for episode 26 here. I can totally count and remember what episode we're on. We are the Dice Cult. We have many shows going on, starting with Monday nights. And Jillian.
Hello. I am the DM for Monday Night Show, which is a D&D 5e game, which is Norse mythology inspired, called On the Backs of Gods. Currently, the party is traversing across a huge bridge that is comprised of the Hammer Mjolnir, which is just used as a trade route by the people now. Prophecy. They have met a man who is stuck dangling by his ankle from a hot air balloon, and something very on this very narrow bridge.
Let's have a round of applause for Jillian's audio that took that like a champ and just kept on going. I'm super proud of it. And there she goes. Anyways, on Tuesday nights, we still have Legends of Theia going on. I believe that they are on a short hiatus, but we'll be back in the next few weeks as their GM is touring the country, being a rock god. Wednesday nights, every other Wednesday night, so not this Wednesday night, but the next one, we have Cordially Invited. Kind of a
On
fairy
YouTube?
tale inspired show, D&D 5e. I'm still hoping that there's a little bit of darkness in it, and I think that's going to happen for me. And that is over on YouTube, on the Dice Cult's YouTube channel. And all of these episodes get uploaded permanently to YouTube for you to binge watch at your pleasure. So easy to catch up on Cordially Invited at this point. You can just jump right back in there, bang it out. Thanks for joining us on In the Last Remaining Light. We'll see you next Saturday.